Welcome to Ready, Set, Collaborate with Wanda Pearson. This is where ideas spark, connections grow, and collaborations fuse success. Tune in for inspiring stories, expert insights, and game-changing conversations. Let's build, connect, and thrive together. Remember, collaboration is the key to success.
Welcome to the Ready, Set, Collaborate podcast with Wanda Pearson, where collaboration is the key to success. Today, I'm honored to welcome Dr. Samantha. How do you say your last name, Samantha?
DeLoache.
DeLoache. Okay, I didn't want to mess it up, girl. That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
DeLoache. A pharmacist, entrepreneur, and professional speaker who has dedicated more than 16 years to healthcare and leadership. She's also the founder of the Model Speakers Academy, where she empowers professionals to build confidence and communicate with impact using her signature model, MODEL framework. And you can tell us exactly what that means with that. So in this conversation, we'll uncover how Dr. Samantha has combined her expertise in healthcare leadership and her for speaking, and how you two can step into your confidence. Yeah, do a voice confidence and creating lasting impact. Dr. Samantha, say hello to the audience.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much, Wanda, for having me here. I really love being able to introduce myself to new platforms, new audiences. So I'm really excited to be here today. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm excited you being here. It's a pleasure. So let's get this guy, because actually both of us actually got something to do. That's how women do it. We do two, three things at a time. We can do it, right?
That's right. Make it happen.
Make it happen, exactly. I'm going to read your bio and then we're going to step into some questions here. So Dr. Samantha DeLoache is a pharmacist, entrepreneur, and professional speaker with over 16 years of experience in healthcare leadership. She is the founder of Model Speakers Academy, where she coaches professionals to build confidence and communicate with impact using her proprietary MODEL framework. And you're going to tell us about that. Dr. DeLoache is a visionary behind Model Missions Incorporated, a nonprofit supporting youth development through mentorship, college readiness, and personal growth. I love that. A proud graduate of Claflin University. Did I say it right? Claflin?
Claflin.
Claflin. Okay, Claflin University. She earned her Doctor of Pharmacy, MUSC, and MBA, the Citadel, in 2007. She has been honored as a Leadership North Carolina graduate, Career Master Emerging Leader, and one of the Charlotte Ledger's 40 over 40. Model pharmacist, she uniquely blends healthcare, entrepreneurship, and motivational speaking to inspire artisans worldwide. I love that. I love what you're doing here. And this is great because actually I'm a mentor. I worked in corporate and I retired and I got back into my social work mentoring middle school
Okay.
girls. So this is so important how you are modeling and helping them to be able to, I call it affirmations. I'm an affirmation queen. Have to have
Yes.
affirmations and the personal growth. So welcome. I appreciate you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Samantha. So let's get this party started here. So Dr. Samantha, can you share your journey from pharmacist to entrepreneur and professional speaker? How did you jump from that?
I've always believed that you shouldn't fit in one box. There's always more to a person. And so I was always good in science and math, and I always wanted to be in healthcare. I wanted to help individuals. And I knew I wasn't a blood and guts kind of person, but I knew pharmacy was going to be a great pathway. I had three pharmacists in my church growing up, so I got to shadow in their pharmacies and see the life that they were able to live. And I was like, hey, I want to do that. I want to be the medication expert. I want to help people feel better without having to go to the doctor's office per se, just be that trusted individual in the community. But I also had a passion for speaking. I also had a passion for helping others and modeling. And I said, I wonder, can I do both? Many people felt, oh, she's a pharmacist. She should be satisfied. She should be good. But I always had that desire for more. And so I said, maybe because there isn't a lane already with somebody in science and healthcare and doing quite what I'm doing, maybe that's the lane I need to create. And so I created the trademark brand Model and Pharmacist, where I'm able to be a motivational speaker. I'm able to literally model. I'm able still to do the pharmacy side. And so it's like my own baby that I created, because I like to say we all are models. We all are modeling something. And if you don't like what you're modeling to the world, then it's up to you to change it. So I wanted to bring out the model for everybody in themselves, help them be able to reach their best level by being the model they want the world to see.
I love that. I love that. And you're so right because actually, what I did too, as far as dealing with the abuse in my early life, I wanted to make sure that girls, women, their self-esteem and confidence was not taken away from them. So you're doing the same thing, but I love how you actually brought this into nutrition as far as doing what you're doing here. So what pivotal moment made you realize you're calling to help others communicate with confidence? Like we were just talking about confidence.
You know what? To be honest, it just came easy. It didn't feel like work when I was doing it. I got a certain sense of just a surge of energy or a certain level of joy I would feel when I would talk and speak with people. And then people would tell me, oh, wow, you're doing such a good job. And when they found out I was a pharmacist, they were like, that doesn't seem like it fits. You don't seem like a pharmacist because of the stereotypes that we expect men, white,
Right.
you just certain things you just didn't see. And so they were like, wow, you should do this, or you should actually be modeling, or you should be speaking more, or the children really enjoyed what you had to say. So I started getting that confirmation from different people and saying that they enjoyed what I did. And so I was like, well, this is the same thing I'm keeping on hearing. Then there's got to be a level of truth to it. And like I said, I enjoyed doing it. That's what gave me that pivotal turn, like to look into this and creating a business and being more serious about it and not just a hobby.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about your model framework. What are your 5 steps to becoming confident and a compelling speaker? Tell us about
Got
that.
you. Okay, the model framework, and honestly, I have two of them. But the one that I had initially with the modeling pharmacist was mindset of daily excellent living, meaning every day we have a choice to make on how we're going to live our lives. So putting
Mhm.
the power back in ourselves of how we want to model or show the world what we have to offer. And then the one from our Speakers Academy, in which is more geared to public speaking, is motivate. That's the model. That's the model. So that means you start with your why. Motivation fuels your message. So why are you speaking? Why do you want to talk? What do you want to share? So that's
Mhm.
the first part, motivation. Why do you want to do this? And then the O is organize. So that means structuring your talk so it flows and makes sense. You have to have some type of order. So what journey are you trying to take the speaker on or whoever you're talking to when you start talking? And it doesn't matter. I like to tell people you don't have to have thousands of followers or talk in front of a big stage. As long as you have a microphone in your hand, you're a leader. And so you still need to have the same concept, the same flow. If I'm talking to two people or if I'm talking to 2,500, I still need to be organized in my thought process and my goal at the end of what I want them to know after we speak or after I talk. And then the
Mhm.
D is delivery or deliver. So you want to focus on your tone, your pace, and your presence. And so I like to always give this example. Let's say you love steak, you're a steak eater, and
Mhm.
somebody cooks your favorite cut, whether it's a ribeye or whatever the type of steak it is, and it's well done or medium well, however you like it, has the fixings, all of the perfect things. But they bring it to you not on a plate, they bring it to you on a trash can lid. So even
Mhm.
though it's your favorite meal, how they presented it completely turned it off. The delivery was horrible. And so when you have a message, it can be very good, but if you don't deliver it in the right way, then you're going to turn off your listeners or you're going to not have the end result that you're aiming for. So delivery is very important. And then E, engage. You want to connect with your audience and not just speak at them. So you want to be able to let them know that even though I'm standing up here, I'm just like you. And so you want to keep them involved, engaged the whole time so no one's falling asleep or looking at their phone, checking their watches. You really want to grab them and keep their attention. And L, like I said earlier, leave people with a call to action or inspiration to do something. And so with that model framework, I try to teach that to the speakers that I have so that they know that they can model this, they can do it, they can remember it. And if they have that mindset, whenever they speak or talk, then they should be fine.
Wow, I love that. I love that. And I want to put that in your show notes. So you're going to have to tell me what each letter means so I can put
Okay,
that in there so people can follow you there. That is so
absolutely.
true. Speakers, it doesn't matter how long you've been a speaker, but these are some great tips that you just shared with the audience. And I appreciate that. That is awesome.
Thank
How did your framework help professional overcome fear or uncertainty with speaking? Because sometimes,
Okay, well, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, tell us how did you,
Yeah, I like to say if you're prepared, that's more than half the battle. So a lot of times people are afraid to speak or present because they're not prepared. They don't have a framework. They don't have something to guide them by. So if you're prepared, you've done the work, you have the framework, you've practiced, then that kind of helps you operate more confidently. And so that's what this framework does. The model framework helps people organize their thoughts, get their motivation, why they want to speak, help them deliver, help them engage. Like it literally helps them throughout the whole process. And so a little bit of anxiousness in the beginning of a talk is natural, it's normal. And that gives you that adrenaline to keep going, but it shouldn't immobilize you and stop you from speaking. And so the big thing that's going to help you not get your fear out of control is being prepared. And so the model framework prepares individuals and arms them with what they need so that they can go in confidently and speak in front of whatever crowd. Like I said, it could be home, church, community, work. You have a voice, you have a story to share. So you have to share it, even if you're afraid, because the world is waiting for what you have to say.
I love it. And that is, oh God, that makes sense. So can you share a success story of someone who transformed their confidence through your program?
Sure. Yes. I have someone who she's a realtor. And when it comes to real estate, you have to be able to talk, show off your houses, and pretty much give that confidence because a lot of times buyers are unsure. So I've actually worked with two realtors who weren't as confident. They didn't like social media, and social media is a big place you have to be on so people can know when they're ready to buy or sell that you're in the market to help them. And so I simply told them how don't look at it as something to fear, but as something that's going to aid and help your businesses. So I was able to coach both of them to give them that confidence. Again, go over the model framework. I even did some one-on-one where I recorded them so we could go back and look at the video and they could see where they improved or things that they did that they didn't like to do that they could see so they could stop doing it. But now they both are doing well. They're able to talk on camera. They're able to pitch or sell these houses and have that confidence they need. So that's just one offhand that I can think of that I help two realtors get their confidence so that they can sell those houses.
That's awesome. I love how you said that because you really got to be on social media to get anything when you got
That's
a
right.
business as far as being an entrepreneur. So the how has the role of collaboration helped you grow your career in businesses? Because I always say collaboration is key to success.
And now a word about our sponsor.
This episode is powered by Be Seen Social Media, the marketing secret behind Wanda Pearson's standout online presence. Ready to attract your dream clients without the stress? Download their free Bio Optimizer guide and set up a scroll stopping social media bio in seconds. Get noticed, get results. Grab yours at BeSeenSocialMedia.com. That's BEE SeenSocialMedia.com or check out our show notes.
It is, yeah. And I think people get it confused. Collaboration is not just networking, it's about being able to work together to accomplish things that you couldn't accomplish by yourself. It's about exposing you to new markets, new venues, new people, new audiences. That's what collaboration is. I'm bringing my best self, you're bringing your best self. And so I love collaborating. It's helped me with pharmacy. I do mission work, international mission work. And so I was able to collaborate with other healthcare professionals to secure medications, to take on the mission trips. And even with my business, I try to reach as many networks and audiences as possible. Like even being able to talk with you today on your podcast, I'm always looking at being able to collaborate and not looking at people as competition because many people get intimidated when they see someone doing what they're doing and they see them as a threat. And it's no, you can learn from somebody. You shouldn't want to be the smartest person in the room. You shouldn't want to be the person who has all the intelligence and can't glean anything from somebody else. So I think we need to welcome and embrace collaborating and see it in it not just as networking, but as a way to build lifelong relationships and open doors and create lasting impact.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's so true because it's so much competitiveness out here today. And it's enough room in this world to
Absolutely.
share, to learn from
Yeah.
each other. I'm about education and educating and power, and I'm learning from you. It doesn't
Thank
matter how
you.
many years I have, but you learn
Mhm.
from each other, and that really makes a difference. How have partnerships and mentorship influenced your success and launch of your nonprofit, Model Missions Incorporated?
It definitely has helped. I think back to the mentors I had. Like I mentioned earlier, I had three pharmacists that attended my church that I was able to mentor and shadow with them. And so it just encouraged me to say that, you know what, Samantha, you didn't do this by yourself. You had family, you had friends, you had professors, different individuals who helped you on this journey. So why not do the same for the next generation? And even if there were areas where I was lacking growing up and didn't have everything I wanted, I want to be that for somebody else. So basically, what I was missing, I want to provide that for somebody else. So that's what Model Missions is for. It's about helping, students be it really any grade level, learn how to have confidence, how to stand up straight, say your name, be proud, how to look people in the eye, how to shake hands, just how to have that confidence to speak and share your story. So really on any level, communication is the top way that we express our needs and our wants. And so if we can't effectively communicate, it really affects all areas and aspects of our lives. So I want to give that to the upcoming youth, give back, because I think a lot of the things that we're experiencing in today's world is the lack of communication, not being able to understand where someone else is coming from and just how to regulate our emotions and just how to truly be able to be an effective communicator as well as an effective listener, because listening is just as important as talking when it comes to communicating.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now what advice would you give professionals who want to step into leadership through speaking? Like you were saying how you help those realtors.
Yes, I would say start where you are. You're never going to always have it together or feel like you're ready. So you just got to make that decision one day. I'm just going to start where I am and I'm going to just give it my best. And then I would suggest getting a speaker coach, getting someone like myself can help you, give you a framework, who could come alongside as a champion, as your cheerleader, as your coach to encourage you. And what people don't realize, yes, you can go on YouTube, you can go read books, you can do all of that. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, certain things can't be replaced. Sometimes you need that one-on-one, that personalization. And so those other avenues, they're great, but we have to be willing to invest in ourselves, because if you want an ultimate return or you want to get there faster, then you need someone to help you who's been on that road, who can give you those tips and tricks to help you be better. It's almost, yeah, could I change my own oil? I could, but I'd rather let a professional change it. Could I get to the store if I walked? Yeah, it's going to take me about 8 hours. But if I got in my car and drove, I would get there quicker. So having a coach is a way to accelerate your growth, your movement, so that you don't have to learn everything by yourself and make all the mistakes. You have somebody alongside who can help you. And like I said, start where you are, get a speaker coach, and then most importantly, be authentic, be
Yeah.
yourself. You know, the
Yeah.
world has enough of AI and enough of things that are not true and that are not authentic, not real. And people can sense authenticity. People can sense when you're sharing a story from a place of, I've experienced this, I went through this, I'm not perfect, I'm a human, but I got past it. So people want not to follow perfect people or people who have it made, but they want to follow real people who can share real stories and encourage them that if, hey, I can do it and I'm not perfect, you can do it too. So those are the tips I would give. Start where you are, get a speaker coach, someone to help you, and be authentic.
Yep. And get Samantha, Dr. Samantha, because she can help you with this speaker coach,
Yes,
right?
I would love to.
So what do you see collaboration continue to fuel your vision in the next 5 years?
I see it. I want to see expansion. That's what I feel in my spirit. I want to expand. I want to be able to do international retreats and domestic retreats. So I want to be able to visit many states in the country as well as abroad. I want to be able to help people everywhere get this model framework down. And then also I want to expand my model missions. I want to expand my nonprofit and even look into other ventures. I'm about legacy and leaving something for the next generation. Even though I speak as a single woman with no children now, and whether that changes or not, I still want to leave a legacy for the next generation. So I want to just work on building my businesses, definitely growing my businesses and expanding and getting more collaborations, working with more women and men as well, so that I can advance my mission, my goal, and leave a strong legacy for the next generation.
That's awesome because I was going to ask you about that. When people think about your legacy, what do you hope that they would say about you? What impact have you made with the world?
Yeah, I would say they would say she believed that we could all be models for goodness, for greatness, that we all have a story to share. We all have something that makes us who we are. And we need to be willing to open our mouths and share our voices and share our stories, even if we're afraid, even if we're scared, that we
Mhm.
can do it.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. I love it. So, what's one habit or mindset shift that helped you grow into the leader and speaker that you are today?
Basic is a little bit of what I mentioned earlier, being authentic, being Samantha, not trying to be perfect because we're not perfect. So stop worrying about comparing myself to others. I'm who I am. God gave me everything I needed when He blew life into my body. And so I have to just lean into being Samantha, be my authentic self, be who I am, and not compare myself to anybody else, because the world needs Samantha, not a watered down version, not a copy version, but they need me authentically. And so that I can do more by being myself than trying to be like anybody else.
I love it. I love that. That is so
Thank you.
great. So tell us how the audience can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. I'm on all the social medias. I'm on TikTok under Modeling Pharmacist. I have an Instagram and Facebook with Pharmacist. So Samantha DeLoache, my name. My website is samanthadeloache.com or modelingpharmacist.com. And I have a LinkedIn as well. So you can find me in all those locations. So send me a DM, send me a message. I would love to work with you. Yes.
Absolutely. And I think I have your information. But anyway, send that to me as well because you're going to send me that model, MODEL, as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I can put in the show notes so that way people can see exactly how to contact you and get in touch with you because this is awesome. I tell you, this is something different
Thank you.
as far as what you're doing. And I love it because, like I said, everybody, and I love the author.
Authenticity.
Yes, so
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
have that little accent from Chicago. So,
That's okay.
so yeah, so I love what you're doing and I appreciate it. So, well, Dr. Samantha, thank you for sharing your journey, your wisdom,
Thank
and the
you.
model framework with us today. Your story
Absolutely.
is such an inspiration for anyone who wants to step into leadership and communicate with confidence and speaking.
Yeah.
So that is a great thing to do because a lot of us actually we speak, but we don't know how to speak, and then that fear sets in, right? So
Yes.
that's what
Yes.
you can help them get rid of that fear, right? So
Absolutely.
no, thank you for that. To my listeners, remember collaboration is the key to success. Stay tuned for more inspiring conversations right here on Ready Set Collaborate with Wanda Pearson. Make sure you like, subscribe, share these episodes. This is a great episode. Share them. So until next time, keep building, keep collaborating, and keep shining your light. Thanks again, Dr. Samantha. I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for listening. If you want your social media profiles working overtime to draw in a perfect fit clients, Be Seen Social Media has your back. Don't miss your free bio optimizer guide, crafted for busy business owners who want to stand out fast. Get set up in seconds at beseensocialmedia.com. That's BEE Socialmedia.com. Or check out our show notes.
That wraps up another episode of Ready, Set, Collaborate with Wanda Pearson. I hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to help you build meaningful connections and successful collaborations. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more great discussions. Until next time, keep collaborating and making an impact.